Hello guys, welcome to Korean Bapsang. Today we'll be making Dakgangjeong, crispy, crunchy Korean fried chicken coated with a sticky, sweet, and savory sauce with a little bit of spicy kick from gochujang. We'll be making with bite-sized boneless chicken pieces, so it cooks up very fast. And the sauce is very easy to put together with a few basic ingredients. Let's get started. I have 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken thighs here. Let's remove some visible fat. Actually, it works better if you use kitchen shears. You can actually use chicken breast if you want. Chicken wings would be good too, but it will take longer to cook. Next, we're gonna cut these into bite-sized pieces. So depending on the size of your thigh, you probably can get 4 to 6 pieces. So this recipe is really easy to double. Just use 2 pounds or 3 pounds of chicken for a bigger crowd. It's all ready to be seasoned. Okay, now we're gonna season the chicken. We'll need about 1/4 teaspoon salt and a little pinch or 2 of pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. And we're gonna mix all this up. Hands always are the better tool, right? Get in there, mix it all up. All right, we're just gonna let this sit so it can marinate a little bit. Sometimes I soak the chicken in a little bit of milk for like 20 to 30 minutes. It's a technique that Koreans use to remove some of the gamey taste of chicken, but we'll skip that here. Okay, now the sauce. 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice wine. This is mirin. You can use any kind of rice wine or other wine. This is sesame oil, 2 teaspoons, and 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. You can use any kind of clear vinegar, rice vinegar or white vinegar. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and pinch of pepper. Now this is a Korean oligo syrup. You can use a corn syrup or rice syrup. Koreans typically use syrup for Dakgangjeong sauce, but you can also use honey if you don't have any syrup. Reduce the amount of honey because honey is much sweeter than the syrup. Last not least is a gochujang. Gochujang gives that nice little spicy kick to the sauce. If you want to make it mild, just swap it out with another tablespoon of soy sauce. A tablespoon of ketchup will be good if you're not using gochujang. It will add color and flavor to the sauce. So we're gonna bring this to a boil. If you want to boost the spiciness a little bit, just add a little bit of gochugaru, Korean red chili pepper flakes, or dried red chili peppers. Just cut up some and boil together with the sauce. Stir well to dissolve the gochujang. When it all bubbles up like this, reduce the heat to medium-low and let it simmer until it's slightly thickened. It takes about 3 minutes. Okay, sauce looks perfect. It's slightly thickened. So we are going to turn the heat off and we'll come back to that later. Now back to our chicken. So we're gonna use potato starch. Potato starch gives that light, crispy, crunchy crust to the chicken. Dredge it really well, one at a time. Okay, dredging is done. Give the starch a little time to absorb the moisture from the chicken and stick to the chicken, forming a nice thin crust. Depending on the size of your pot, you will need about 3 cups. Maybe you can get away with a little bit less. I'm using vegetable oil here. but you can use whatever oil that you use for deep frying. So we're gonna need to bring this oil temperature to around 330, 325, 330. If you don't have a thermometer, I'll show you how to test the oil. Look, let's drop a little piece of cornstarch, and see it went down a little bit and came up, and that's ready. If the oil starts to smoke, that's too hot. You need to turn it off so that it cools down a little. We're gonna fry in 2 batches. Don't overcrowd the oil. You can use tongs. I'm using chopsticks because I'm used to it, but you can use tongs. Just gently move them around, and we're gonna fry these up until it gets lightly golden brown. It will take about 3-4 minutes, and we're gonna double fry these things. If you don't like oil splatter, just use one of these splatter screen. It's getting nicely golden, and we can now remove. It's already crispy. Okay, we're gonna reheat this oil to 330. I'm gonna test it again. Oh, great. If any of these are stuck together, don't try to break them up. They will come off just by you tapping it once they are all really golden brown. All right, now we're gonna take them out. This is good enough for the first frying. Look at that, it's already very nice and golden and crispy. Let it rest and drain. Okay, oil is hot enough, so we're gonna do second frying. You can do this in 2 batches too if you use a smaller pot, but I'm gonna do all at once. For the second frying, you're gonna now wait until really nicely golden brown. All right, so we're gonna remove them. While that's resting and draining, we are going to heat up our sauce. The sauce is bubbling up again, and we'll add our chicken. Mix it really well. Mix it all up. Make sure that every piece of chicken is coated really well with the sauce. Guys, this looks beautiful. What do you think? Look at this. While it's warm, I'm gonna garnish with some sesame seeds. You can also use any nuts and seeds. Peanuts are popular in Korea, but I am going to use my pumpkin seeds. Okay guys, all done. So this delicious dakgangjeong is so easy to put together. I hope you try it soon. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more recipes from Korean Bapsang. Until next time, 안녕히 계세요.